I don't think Daniel's smiling.
I'm trying.
There you go. Hi, we have 3 guests with us today. We've got Francine and Danielle back with us, and we have a new guest with us, Susan. So welcome everybody to some taste testing of our carrot cake.
I can't wait to
Carrot cake, and it's blindfolded. Oh, yeah.
So what happens if we miss our mouth?
I'm going to help you. But after we had a mishap, and Judy had some of her cake falling down and missing her mouth,
Oh, no.
I'm thinking maybe I might help you along. So this is going to be a little interesting. So what we're doing. And so what I want you to do is actually look at the cake and visually sort of decide which one am I going to like. Okay, hold on. A thought just hit me and I have to say.
I'm going to like all of them.
I know that Francine and Danielle they're going to want to smell their cakes. Like, this is not what, it runs in the family. They
really?
need to,
Yep.
yes.
Smell everything
Part of the
before
taste
we eat.
is in the
Yes.
scent.
It's so
Isn't
pretty.
it good?
That's what we do. I don't know why, but yeah, I
It's
always
all right.
It's
smell
a
it
primal
before.
thing.
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
It's very interesting. So we're going to let them sniff it
I already
and
did.
visually look at it. So the idea is to find out whether there's a parallel. So you may like, whatever cake first, but when you taste it, it might be a different story.
different.
Okay. So we want to kind of see the comparison.
It might
So this is
smell
what it's
sweet,
all about.
but it might not taste the same as.
Yeah. Okay. Like, pick which one you're going to like the most and the least by visually or smelling, and then I'm going to taste it.
Okay,
and
I
find
know
out.
which ones. I know.
Okay,
my-
Francine, you want to go first?
I think I'm going to like this one here first.
So,
This is letter B.
and the last, the one you're going to like the least,
This guy.
is A, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
A is the third pick, so this C is your second pick. Okay,
Mhm.
so Francine, who wants to go next?
I'll go next.
Mhm.
So I think I'm gonna like B, whatever this one is.
Okay, C is your first pick, and the least?
A.
The least is A, so
Or A.
CBA.
Yeah.
Okay.
Danielle, which one?
You guys didn't smell
ABC.
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 You're going to like this one the most?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because it's the smallest, it doesn't look very as
Oh.
great as the other ones. So I'm
Oh.
thinking it's going to have a
Okay.
crap ton of flavor.
Cool.
This is very
We'll see,
interesting.
Yeah.
And this one, I'm sorry, was cut up. So
Yeah, it is
That's
actually
it's-
bigger than what it is. Eh? That's just a piece.
Yeah.
Can you tell?
If you put it in front of me, it's going to disappear.
okay, well you can't take it yet. And this one actually was supposed to be a double layer.
Oh, yeah.
So it called for so much ingredients that I ended up cutting it in half because
Wow.
putting the 3 cakes, even though this does look small, there was a number of these little small ones,
Oh, yeah.
which I thought was really
Layered.
great
Layered.
Mhm.
because this is perfect.
And sometimes you don't need much. Sometimes when you have a dessert, you don't want a big dessert. You
That's
just would
right.
like something,
Yeah.
a little
You,
taste.
you
Yeah.
have to come in a little bit. There we go.
You got to hug her a little bit.
Yes, you got to get in there
Oh,
close.
nice and close and personal.
Yeah.
Mm.
So,
There's like and the sweetness, and the coconut flavor, and carrots. Really nice combination.
Okay, we got a good taste of that one. We're on to the next one. So, Danielle, I'm taking your fork
Okay.
and I'm going to.
you can imagine what she's doing to those forks before she feeds them.
Well, only the viewers
Very
know
good.
at this point.
I'm thinking
Okay,
we
Danielle.
should be licking the forks, but she doesn't leave the fork in her mouth. I'm sure I felt the piece go with
Wow,
that
that's so
fork.
good.
Okay.
I think the second one tasted a little bit sweeter and had more flavor and more different textures in the chewing, like in the while you're eating it.
Okay.
I actually like the second one better.
You like Francine?
I agree with him. I like the second one. It's not as sweet, and it has more texture to it, and that's why I felt like I needed to lick that fork
Oh,
because it was good. I liked it.
it was really good,
It
eh?
was, yeah.
Okay. And Susan?
I prefer the second one. I felt it was more moist. I really enjoyed the textures of it, and I just felt it was something that I would want to finish the whole thing, the whole dessert.
Okay.
It's really good.
Wow. All right. So now we're going to try the last one. So right now, everybody is on par with exactly. This makes my life a lot easier. I hope you realize that.
Yeah. It's very delicious.
That one was good.
That one I would just buy the handful.
You stuck it in my mouth and it was gone. Like I didn't have time to taste it. It was just, it was good. It melted away too fast, too sweet. I found the first one was too sweet.
Now we're going to do the mystery ingredient.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Now there's two mystery ingredients. One in the cake itself
Okay.
and one in the frosting.
Oh, why? What
Okay.
Mystery.
I'll
mystery
tell
is?
you the three ingredients,
Okay.
Oh, okay.
and you're going to pick one. So, in this cake, there is either mulberries, walnuts, or cranberries.
Mulberries.
Mulberries. Okay, and in the frosting, there's either rose water, maple syrup, or nutritional yeast flakes. Has anybody had nutritional yeast flakes before? So nutritional yeast flakes, a lot of the raw vegans use nutritional yeast flakes to get their vitamin B12.
Oh, okay.
So, and it tends to have a little bit of a cheesy flavor to it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're back to Danielle.
Good stuff.
And give me some more cake. All right.
And I'll
And
have to
in
say
the frosting, rose water or maple syrup.
rose water. Because
Rose
it doesn't
water.
taste really sweet.
Okay. Have you had rose water before?
It tastes like roses, doesn't it?
Have you tasted roses before?
Well, they would be rosy.
So you went A, B, C,
Mm-hmm.
and then when you tasted them, you still preferred A,
Daniel, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and then you preferred C next, the one you ate,
Yeah.
and your last pick was B, this one.
Interesting. That was the last one. That's the one you didn't like.
Yeah.
So that means I get to eat it instead of you because you didn't like it.
So Francine, when you were looking at it, you liked B, and then C, and then A.
And when I actually
And
ate
then
it,
when you ate it, you liked C, B, A.
wow. So C was the one I liked the most when I tasted it?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's surprising, eh?
Mhm.
B, A. Interesting, eh?
This
Okay.
one's really sweet. This
Mhm.
little guy here. This
That's
is
the one-
that's
oh.
sweet.
That's the one that has rose water in it.
Interesting. Oh, that
I
is.
wasn't going to reveal that right away, but yes, that's the one that has rose water in it. So, Susan, visually, when you looked at it, you liked C, which is this one,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and then B,
Mhm.
and then A.
Okay.
And then after you tasted it, you
Oh.
liked C,
Oh, it's interesting.
Mhm.
the same one that you
Visually.
visually, but the others were backwards. So then your second pick was A,
Yeah.
and then B.
Interesting.
Okay. So
This one surprises me though. C, because when you look at it once it's cut, you would think that all this icing would be so much sweeter than the inside, but it's not. Like it actually, that's the one that kind of like melts in my mouth and disappears.
yes,
Yeah. And
yes,
it's actually, I would think this would be like really sweet because of the lots of icing,
right.
but it's actually really nice. Yeah.
And this is the one that I had to make the icing. Everything else,
Oh, okay.
I already had everything, but that one I made the icing because there was not that much icing left. So I made another batch of icing. So actually, it's a full batch for the whole complete cake,
Mhm.
which was multiple little cakes. So it
Very
probably
nice.
got extra
More.
icing on it than
Okay.
the first ones. Okay, ingredients.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Who
sure
got
we
what
missed
right?
all that.
Oh, yes, the ingredients.
That's the hard part.
50% chance that we all got it wrong.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah. So A has mulberries in it and rose water. So
Danielle got 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2.
I flunked.
And
so did Susan.
so did Susan.
I got half of them.
All right.
Nobody
Don't
told
need
me
that
there was
one
going to be
anymore.
a test at the
I
end.
know.
It's more, it's all about having the fun, right? So, raw food was B, and we'll go back, and that one has cranberries and the nutritional yeast.
Okay.
So,
Danielle,
you didn't get that right. I did
No.
not. And no and no for Francine, and no for Susan.
Great. We're all doing really well.
All right. And the last cake,
It's just
Raw-Vitalize.
we don't know the taste of these things. That's all. We just need to eat more cake.
You need to
Yeah.
more raw food.
Cake, more raw
food.
Yeah.
That's what it is. We don't have the taste for it.
Walnuts
Nuts.
and maple syrup. So that is cake C, right?
Mhm.
So
Walnuts and maple syrup. Nope.
no for Danielle. Now you're done. We'll put that over there. Walnuts. Francine got that. And maple syrup. You got both of them right.
Woohoo!
Score one for you.
Yay!
That's awesome.
Good
It's just the
job.
sweetness and the crunchy, right? It's
Yeah.
walnuts were crunchy and the maple
Yeah,
syrup is
sweet.
sweeter than rose water.
Yeah.
I guess it was the carrots that threw me off how crunchy they were.
Oh yes, because if you get a
Yeah.
chunk of carrot, it could be a walnut,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
If it's hard, because this is not cooked, right? So your carrots
It's raw.
It's raw.
they're raw, so
It's
they're
raw.
hard.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, they're shredded, but they're
Because
not cooked,
Mhm.
right?
it's
So
raw but delicious.
that's right.
there's chunks.
So Susan, you had cranberries, no,
Maple
and
syrup, yes.
but the maple syrup you had right.
So we didn't do bad because Susan
Of course
got
not.
one right, one wrong. Danielle got one right, one wrong.
You got
Yeah.
one right.
I got two right.
You get
Two right?
two
Oh, okay, cool.
But I'm just saying, like, we
Yeah.
didn't do that bad on the
Mhm.
tasting and to know what's
What's
in
in
it. But the
No.
rose water, that's on
That's
this
on
one
this
here
one
or this
here.
one.
And that was my favorite.
This one
the first
here.
Okay, I suggest that we maybe get a knife and dish up a little bit more cake
Oh.
and enjoy.
I'm
I'm
full.
Oh, me too.
She's fine. I'm just sitting here and eat.
Watch her eat.
No, it's quite filling.
It is.
It's
It
quite
actually
considering
is.
it was just small portions. Like
And-
it is.
I haven't had it in a week.
High in
Oh, it's
nutritional
really
value.
good.
Because it's raw, it's high in nutritional value.
Absolutely. It's much.
Vitamins and everything.
Yep.
It is good. What did you make the creamy toppings with? Like
Oh, it's
Just
my,
'cause
all my
it's-
cards.
no,
you
no,
know.
because it's just.
Oh, I don't
creamy.
want to
What's
give
the
all that
creamy-
out
Yeah, you don't
on.
want to give your whole.
No,
Oh,
it's
excuse
more
me.
respecting the author,
Right,
Yeah.
right.
right? So we
Oh,
don't-
so that way, buy her book.
I could see
yes, and
Yeah.
all the books, the link will go below so that you can get your book and order it through Amazon
excellent.
and
Nice.
pick up the book.
I
So-
could see you doing this in a vegan yet diabetes free way, like with no sugars.
Or there's
Like diabetes
certain sugars.
healthy,
Rose water. Is rose water a sugar?
like for people that have the
Mm.
sugar
I
issues.
don't think so.
Yeah, I'm thinking rose
could do
water
that.
would be fine for diabetics.
Or stevia,
The-
right?
I
have
Yeah.
the-
Stevia. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Stevia.
Yeah.
However you say that.
Yeah. I call
Honey.
it stevia.
Honey.
No.
Can you use
No,
honey for
not
a
with
No,
diabetic,
honey's
no.
raw. It's a powerful
No.
sugar.
I don't know.
It's not
Maple
good.
syrup, no.
No.
That's why I was saying the rose water would be something to look into because
So
I
the
don't
You're-
maple
think so.
sugar,
you're-
is it because they're pasteurizing it and doing something to it?
It's because
or-
it's not natural. Maple syrup, as we use it, is not.
It's a processed.
It's like
by
you said,
nature.
it's processed, right?
It's
Because
not raw.
coming
Well, it's
tapped-
heated, right? So it's
Yeah.
not raw. I know
Yeah.
that. Neither is honey isn't considered vegan,
No,
and maple syrup isn't considered raw.
That's
so there's
correct.
a difference.
There is.
There's a difference between raw and vegan.
Mhm.
And
Absolutely.
we're putting it all together.
And technically-
somewhat. I'm following recipes
Um,
by books.
Yeah, because I think
And
honey
sometimes they
is
use-
not considered. It's it's vegetarian, but
Yes,
it's
it
not vegan.
Yeah, I'm a vegetarian, so
Yeah.
I eat the honey.
You can eat the honey.
Yeah.
It's because the honey comes from the bee, and it's like an egg, right?
Comes
Same
from an
idea.
animal, so they don't want
Yeah,
to eat
it's
it.
a byproduct
Yeah.
of an animal, and vegans don't eat byproducts of animals.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
But the what I'd like to say is it was excellent.
It
Oh, yeah.
was.
It's all good.
Yes.
It was
It's all
really good.
Yeah.
It's empty.
That's,
yes,
there's our
exactly.
evidence.
Yep.
You know, I want to thank all my guests, or my taste testers,
Your
sorry,
taste
my
testers.
taste testers for
Mhm.
being here. Thank you.
Our pleasure.
You're welcome.
And we hope to see. Well,
We'll come back
We'll
again.
definitely be back.
I'm looking. I'm looking at Susan now because she's new. So hopefully you'll be back as
I'd love
well.
to, sure,
This is
sure.
a lot of
Well,
fun.
being a vegetarian too is it's kind of it's interesting to taste something of a dessert that you look at and you go, oh, I can eat that.
Yes. Yeah, because there's a lot
That's
of
true.
unhealthy vegans and unhealthy vegetarians out there. Right?
Oh, absolutely.
and this
yes.
is a little bit different.
Yeah,
because
a little
it's raw food, so it is a little different. So.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's not cooked. Like it's all raw.
It's not good.
Yeah, and it's you're used to it, but
Mhm.
Susan, you're
I'm not.
probably not used to.
I
Have
eat
you
all
ever
of it.
had a raw carrot cake, for instance?
No.
No. So this is your first. So
I still like
there was a lot of ingredients in that one.
oh you can tell, but to me it was perfect.
Yeah.
And I said to you at the very end when we were doing the taste testing that I can hardly wait for my favorite one to show up. That's what I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Very good.
The other, this one here is like chopped up really finely.
Mhm.
This one here, not so much. It was more chunkier. That one over there was kind of like in the middle, right? It was like perfect.
Mm.
If you look
And
at
it
the
all can depend on yes, exactly.
Mhm.
Because they all went in through the food processor, but it could depend on how much
time.
it was nuts that was in there,
Oh, yes,
right?
yes,
in
yeah.
each recipe.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you
They're
one
all
thing, I
good.
won't eat dinner.
It's filling.
It's very
It
filling.
is very filling.
You don't need much.
No.
Like
Anyway,
just
I
a small square like that is
Yes.
perfect.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Which is so good.
Yeah, we didn't do the thumbs up. Okay, we should all go in.
Oh yes, absolutely.
Okay.
One more.
So if you enjoyed, so if you look at the light.
Oh, we're
So if you
looking.
highlight. So if you enjoyed this video, please give us the thumbs up. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and you'll get
More fun.
more of our videos.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Yes, and sharing is
Sharing is caring.
caring. Bye for now. Thanks
Bye,
for
guys.
watching. We got some bloopers already. Woohoo!
That's tight.
Hold on, because my finger. It's because his head's too big.
Yeah, my
It's
head's
funny.
too big.
My son has a big head and my daughter has a small head.
Well,
It's interesting.
it's not the size of the head. It's what you
I
do with it.
know.
Okay,
that.
just keep your eyes
I'm just
closed.
Oh God,
saying.
that's a bad blooper.
Susan has to say.
You don't want-
Oops.
But there's definitely.
I hope that was a good oops.
I need another fork, but okay. There's still more to come. Okay. Okay, so what we do is we rate them similar as your, hotels.
Okay.
1 to 5 stars.
Right.
So be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on our continuation of our taste testing of raw vegan carrot cakes. And please give us the thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And remember, sharing is caring. And one last thing, why don't you leave us a comment below? Let us know, which one would you have picked? See you soon.